Hi guys, I've had a lot of requests about, I've had a lot of questions about this guitar because I've made just one video in Italian. So I'm gonna tell you something about this guitar in English because many people, many English-speaking people told me that they love this guitar, but they cannot understand anything in Italian. So I'm gonna, solve all the questions about this guitar. But first, I wanna answer some questions that I've got from you. You can send me, if you want, all your questions down there, and I'll try to answer you as best as I can. So I got these three questions. Someone asked me if I can play brass. Actually, the only brass I'm playing is this one. So the brass of my saddles on this guitar and the brass of my the saddles of my Telecaster. There was a time I was able to play the trumpet, and I actually play some wind instruments. I play the flute, I play the harmonica, or the air, as you wanna see, just because I need them, especially the harmonica to play Bob Dylan, and I have to, and I'm starting just now to play the flute, to play something from G400. But I'm just learning just now, right now. I have a very cheap flute, and I am for sure to buy a better one. Someone asked me why I have all these guitars, and the only thing I can say, why not? Guitars are beautiful. I love all my guitars. So maybe I can't play very well, so I have to compensate this thing with all my guitars. But why not? I have almost 25 guitars and many amps. I'm selling some speaker caps to change them. I had a couple of tiny speaker caps, 1x12, a 2x12 with Celestians. I'm selling them to change them with a 4x12 because I have the JTM 45 and I won't run that guitar, that amp in a 4x12. So why not? I'm waiting to have enough money to buy a metal guitar, a metal oriented guitar, to play that, kind of angry things, because I miss just a Floyd Rose guitar, that kind of thing. I think I will take an Ibanez. The third question I have is if it's useful to have all these guitars. No, it's not useful. You can have just one guitar and cover all your guitars needs, you should have more than one guitar, just if you want to be very precise on your sound, but you can do almost anything with many guitars. If you have a Stratocaster, you can do almost anything. But you know, if you want to, if you start from a Stratocaster, you can do almost anything. But if you want to do very hard things, you should have some different kind of guitar with older specs. And if you wanna make jazz or jazz, if you wanna, I don't know how to say, you maybe should have another kind of guitar. But if you have a Stratocaster, you can do almost anything. So it's not useful to have all these guitars. It's beautiful, but not useful. Anyway, it's time to talk about the 2019 Epiphone SG, the new model. So let's talk about this guitar. The new Epiphone SG, G400, if you wanna say that way, is a marvelous guitar, because it's just the same like the Gibson one. Here I have the Gibson, just to show you the body shape, that it's almost the same. Maybe the Epiphone one has a little deeper contour here, but you know, if you don't look to the headstock, you can say that it's the same guitar, that it's a Gibson, a 61 ratio Gibson. Sorry. And you know, I was waiting by many years that Epiphone would put the binding on the fretboard on these guitars, because I have had a lot of Epiphone SGs, custom G400. I've had Korean ones, Chinese ones, and I always loved them because they were very cheap. This is not cheap like the ones I've had that time. They were priced something around 250 euros. This is 350 euros, but we've had this year a very substantial change to this guitar. It's you know, the feeling playing this guitar is not that you have a cheap guitar, some kind of student guitar. This feels like a very pricey and good guitar. I have no dead spots on the fretboard, that it's made from this kind of light rosewood. Maybe it's Bufero, I don't know, but I think that it's beautiful, because you know, on the black guitar, on black colored guitar, maybe it's better to have a little lighter fretboard, because you know, there is some kind of contrast to the from the all black kind of aesthetic, you know, all black kind of thing. So you have this kind of little contrast. To be precise, I don't have an SG with rosewood on the fretboard, because my Gibson SG is very much more light than that one. Maybe it's because it's a little more old. This has maybe 2011, so it's a lot older than that one. So I think she lost some wet in the wood, because it's nitrocellulose painted. This guitar has the maple, the baked maple fretboard, so it's very dark if you see, but it's not rosewood. So actually I don't have an SG with rosewood fingerboard. But coming back to the Epiphone, it's very aggressive. If you wanna hear the sound of this guitar, you can listen to the last part of my video about this guitar in Italian, and I play something on this guitar. It's very aggressive compared to this one. This is a little softer, a little kind of single coil. I have 57 simultaneous pickups here, so they are some kind of single coil oriented kind of humbuckers. This is much more aggressive. Here we have 12 inches radius fretboard. It's very well done, because as I say to you, I have not dead spots on the fretboard, but even if it's much more aggressive, you have the and this is because this guitar is called by Epiphone Pro. You have the split coil on the independent split coil on each pickup, so you can pull the knob and let it almost play like a single coil, and it's a useful thing if you think about it. The hardware is the same as every Epiphone by many years, and I think it's a good cheap hardware. I've never had problems with Epiphone hardware. I've had with Gibson one, but not Epiphone. And this guitar is, and I don't know why, every Gibson SG I have has the same scratch on the headstock. This one also has this scratch. Anyway, we have the Wilkinson tuning machines. I've changed the originals with I changed the Wilkinson ones with these that are Clusons, the real Cluson ones, just to go with the real thing. But they were not bad. They were good tuning machines. The nut was made almost good. I've had just to lower the higher part of the nut to take the strings a little bit, the strings out from the nut. I love this guitar. This is one of my main guitars. Most of the times I play this one or the my Fender Stratocaster, my 50s road-worn Fender Stratocaster. So this is, and I love much more this one than this one, because I don't know why, but this guitar to me is a lot, is too much sweet, too much low gain, and many times I feel this this loss of gain on this guitar. But it's a beautiful guitar anyway, and you know, the shape of the body is almost the same on the original one and this one. So I really love this guitar. If I had much more money, I should take another one in red color, and maybe I will do, and maybe I will do that for sure in the future. I don't know, and I don't know when. I have to say that even if the frets are leveled very good, and I have no dead spots on this fret, but there are some tiny chips, tiny imperfections on this fretboard here, in very deep on the fretboard. There is a little you know, chip in the fretboard, in the binding. You know, it's an aesthetic thing. It's not doing anything on your sound, but if you, it's some kind of, I mean, you can see the thing if you see the guitar. If you look the guitar just looking like a normal person, you should be very fool like me to see that thing. But you know, I have to say, I wanna say you this thing. The electronics are just the same. This is not made in China. This is made in Indonesia. Maybe by court, I don't know. The electronics is just the same, like every Epiphone electronics you can see and you've seen in the years. It's just the same, but I don't feel too useful to change something in the electronic, because it works just good. The pickups are different from the old models, very different, because the old models were much more muddy in the sound. These are much more aggressive, much more bright. So it's, you know, maybe these ones are much more better, very better than that ones. And I have the old ones on my Les Paul and the new ones on this one, and it's another wood. It's totally another thing. So my advice is to take this guitar if you love AC/DC, Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, you know, every kind of hard rock band. It's very vintage kind of guitar, even if it's a little aggressive. So I'm very happy with my purchase of this guitar, and it's and she have she became one of my main guitars very fast. So for today is everything I had to tell you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I've solved some of your questions about this guitar. Please, it's very important that you subscribe to my channel, even if I'm not making many English speaking videos, because I have to confess you that is very hard to me, very tiring to me to speak in English, because I'm very rusty talking in English. So I will try to make more videos in English, and honestly, I would like to talk less and play more. So please subscribe to my channel. There is a little bell icon I think on the right of the subscribe button. If you click on that bell, you will have every time you will have a notify every time I upload a video. So please do it to help me grow. If you wanna see my pictures, I'm also on Instagram, so you can search for Moody Fraser, just like my channel, my YouTube channel is named, and I'm also on Instagram and on Facebook. You can find the links just down below in the description. So I tell you goodbye and see you later.